congratulations. You have made it. It is Friday, and you have made it inside the Treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley along with Trey Trenholm, and no longer special, Raj. And just FYI, Raj, I'm not the one that said you're no longer special. Kaylin from Paws in the City said that because she's already listened to the most recent episode. And one of the first things she said when she walked in the door is, "Ha, Raj isn't special anymore." And then she threw a dog at me and ran away. Luckily, she felt bad for the dog because the dog is blind. She actually has with her today from Paws in the City, Mugsy, that we first heard about all the way back at Daddy Rabbit's Pub in Louisville. And now we get to meet Mugsy in person.
Yeah.
Is Mugsy the wire hair terrier mix that we talked? Okay.
Can you hold Mugsy up just a little bit to disturb him?
He got quite comfy in my lap. He's trying to nap.
What's that again?
Oh, he got quite comfy in my lap. He decided to take a nap. This is the most chill he's been since I've been here.
So wow. Mugsy is 8 years old. Mugsy is 8 years old. Has he been blind for all 8 years? We're not sure if he's been blind for all 8 years, but honestly, despite the fact that he's blind, he gets around really well. And he even has a little bumper hula hoop to put around his neck for new environments so he doesn't bump into stuff too hard.
Is that like a cone of shame for a blind dog?
It's not a cone of shame, Trey. It's a cone of ability.
It's the cone of shame.
It's not the cone of shame, Trey. If you were wearing it, it would be the cone of shame.
It's like putting a helmet on your drunk buddy. That's what it is.
That would be a helmet of shame. This dog, this Mugsy, did nothing wrong other than, I don't know if he did anything wrong to get blind or not. I don't know if he jumped in a pool of acid like the Joker or what. But the fact is, Mugsy's blind, and Mugsy needs a home, and we're going to see if we can get Mugsy adopted in the Treehouse today. But before we do that, we have to do something extremely important, more important than getting Mugsy adopted. Sorry, Mugsy.
Okay.
Something that we need to address as a show. We normally steer away from super divisive things, but sometimes you just can't ignore certain things that need to be addressed. Something that needs to be addressed not only at a show level, but as a society. And if I'm being 100% honest, we need to address it as humans. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow.
And that is whether or not this bear in the zoo in China is real or not.
Okay.
That was a hell of a build-up, Dan.
Thank you, Trey. I've been working at it for many, many years. Turns out I'm really good at letting people down. At least intentionally.
This is divisive, you think, for
it's
society?
extremely divisive. Do you guys... So first of all, this is real, Raj. I'm not making this up. You see that? I see the headline? That is NBC News. Read that. What does it say?
Zoo in China denies speculation that its bears are actually humans in disguise.
Yeah.
Okay.
See? This is why it's so important we address this. I mean, Lester Holt from NBC Nightly News can't be the only one to be addressing this on a serious level. We need to throw our hats in the ring.
Okay, so this is not a joking matter. This is something that's very serious.
Yes.
How have you not seen this, Raj?
I don't know. I don't know what you guys watch. I don't
news.
Okay, that's very. I don't know. I just haven't seen it on the news I watch.
And Kaylin, you said you've seen this, right?
I absolutely have. Yeah, I watched it.
See, Raj, you're the only one that hasn't. But it's okay because I'm going to educate you.
I'm also pretty sure Mugsy hasn't seen it.
That's rude.
Yeah, wow.
But at least Mugsy's heard about it.
There you go.
All right. Let me have Lester Holt clue you in, Raj.
All right.
Please, technology, work for me.
Adaptation that's unbad. Tonight, the curious video from China that has sparked a worldwide debate over what exactly it is that people are seeing at a zoo. Janice Mackey-Freyer has the bare necessities.
Tonight, the bear facts about a question igniting the internet. Is this sun bear at a zoo in China really a bear?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it a human in disguise?
Are you watching?
The uproar over this viral video showing a bear named Angela on hind legs with impressive posture, lumpy hips, and waving.
Yeah, that's...
It's a sun bear. It's not a lot of other bears stand on their back legs as often.
See, that's an expert, Raj.
Officials deny there's anything fishy. We asked the deputy director, Sui Is the bear real or fake?
Mhm.
I promise it's real, he says. Seeing is believing. People can come and see for themselves. But across social media, the debate will not be tamed.
It looks too fishy to me.
Despite a statement
Well, there you
released on
go.
Angela's
Yeah.
behalf, saying some people thought the way I stand up looks too human, so I will stress again, I'm a sun bear. Bear in mind there is precedent for imposters here, like in 2013 when a Chinese zoo was caught trying to pass off a dog as a lion. Experts say Malayan sun bears with their colored chest fur are just smaller and slimmer than most other bears.
The extra skin's a really important adaptation for sun bears, so it's actually to avoid predators.
Still, the zoo is in no rush to escape the spotlight. Attendance is up 30% as visitors claw their way to bear witness to all the hype.
This is also one of those times in the news business where it's like there's an over under on how many puns they can have in one package. And this reporter clearly has taken the over.
Yes, there's got to be that guy when the story like this leaks and like, Gary and puns. We gotta give Gary a call. He's got all of them. Because that was if you don't mind, that was unbearable to watch. That is not but
I'm not sure what I'm more ashamed of: the Chinese zoo for trying to pass this off as a real bear, or your puns.
I had one pun. I had one.
When my wife first showed me this a couple of days ago, I guess when the rest of the world discovered it, Raj, except for you,
Yes.
I immediately looked at it and said, "That's a dude."
Yeah.
But the more I watch it, the more I'm swayed to thinking, all right, I think it's a bear.
Okay.
So, Trey, where do you fall on this very divisive subject?
I just like the Chinese. China seems to have a new tourist slogan: "Come see if the bear's real."
Yeah.
Come for the bear, stay for the corona. I'm with you, Dan. I first saw it, I'm like, okay, that's not real. And then as I've watched it more often, I think it's just a very odd looking bear.
Okay. Now, Raj, you've seen what limited footage you have now seen.
Yes.
Hang on. I'm going to let you analyze that in your mind for a brief moment more. Kaylin, where do you fall on this?
I think it's definitely a bear. The footage I saw was a little bit different. They purposefully were pretty far, so it looked like the collar of the bear was a person peeking through. And then when they zoomed in, it was just the markings of a bear. I think it's a bear.
Okay. I'd ask Mugsy, but he couldn't see anything.
But I was a dick when I said it.
I'm not saying I'm innocent there. I'm just piggybacking.
I just go with this. If a zoo there is going to go, hey, we don't have a lion, can we borrow your dog?
No, that's not that. It wasn't that zoo. That was just a zoo in China.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, hey Raj, not all zoos in China are the same.
Yeah,
because and you guys have been to how many? I don't know how many there are, but
China's a big country. I know they have more than one zoo.
I'm just saying, if the trend for China is, hey, we don't have that animal, what can we do to make people believe we have that animal? I'm gonna go with that is not. I've never seen a bear. Okay, I mean, outside of Disney, I've never seen a bear wave like that. I've never seen.
Okay, you bring up a solid point, because this is the argument my wife and I got into earlier today when we revisited this very divisive topic. And she's like you just said, she's like, bears don't wave. I said, well, of course not. Not bears in the wild. That would be weird. However, if one's in captivity, animals have shown, not just bear, but other animals have shown to sort of mimic the actions and mirror the people at them. So if a bunch of people are waving at them, the animal kind of is like, okay, I can do that too, without realizing what they're doing.
No, I'm gonna go with no.
That's a strong.
Did you never watch Grizzly Adams?
He never waved bye to him.
Bears don't just
over here.
come along.
Come over here, Grizzly.
I just wish if Hulu were smart, they would redo that clip, and then all of a sudden, Jeremy Allen White would pop out and go, "Watch The Bear season 2."
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm watching the clip from here. That is not that's not a bear. That's somebody that answered the wrong LinkedIn ad.
I would love to see that LinkedIn ad, though.
That's somebody with a terrible agent. It's like, hey man, I got you this gig. You're gonna be the new bear in China. And it's like,
so for those that are in the know, in the movie Trading Places, in the gorilla suit in the movie Trading Places, that was very obviously a man in a gorilla suit.
yeah.
That was actually Jim Belushi, who went on to star in According to Jim.
Yeah.
So do you think that there's a hidden star inside of this bear inside of China?
I'm just saying, it's the union's on strike. I don't know what people are doing.
So that makes sense. So this is a scab in a bear costume.
No, because they didn't have to cross the line. They just had to cross timelines. Is what they had to do. They're like, you know what? I can't work. I can't. It's an actor from here that's like, you know what? I can't get a gig. He went onto his Chinese LinkedIn account.
It's China. It's non-union.
Isn't it commune?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That's a cool. Okay, if it is, I'm watching it again. If that's a bear, that's a cool ass bear, man. That is. I would love to see it next to the lion dog. That would be cool.
Maybe that's next. Is because now that you have the two origin stories, they're following the superhero movies. So now you have the lion dog and the man bear in a team up.
Now, see, I would watch that. I would watch that as a series. But yeah, I'm watching this again, and it's China, and so it makes sense that they probably didn't. They probably built the exhibit with no bear. And they're like, what were we missing? And they're like, the bear. It's like, well,
you think they build zoos like they do cities? There's the ghost zoos of China.
Yes,
actually, it makes sense because you're right. Because China has these cities everywhere that have been built with no people, and it makes sense if you're gonna do a real world Sim City like the video game, you would put a zoo in the middle of it, wouldn't you?
I mean, and by the way, for everyone listening, if you haven't heard of them, Google Ghost Cities of China, and this will all make sense.
Yeah, it's real.
Also, the name of a band that would be awesome if we just called ourselves the Ghost Cities of China. But I would believe that they would, because they said it's up 30. It says tourism to that particular zoo is now up 30% because of the controversy. I think the zoo needed revenue, and they put Glenn in a bear suit, and Glenn waves. Nobody stand. Have you ever seen a bear stand like this? It's just like he's waiting around.
Yeah, Kaylin shaking her head. What happened?
Black bears do it all the time.
Grizzlies do it. You've seen grizzlies get up really big. I mean,
he's not big. He's cold chilling. I don't know if you have ever seen. I don't know if you've ever seen like if I just want him to like reach into his bear pocket and grab a pack of smokes and just light one up.
White Claw.
Cocaine.
Yeah, that's the bear that cuts it up and like that's the cocaine bear that gets busted for distribution. Like that's who that guy is.
Well, he's got the job on LinkedIn in China. He's got to find additional income. All right, I think we've done enough stupid stuff for now. Let's come back and get a lion adopted.
Okay, let's do it.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com. You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
All right, let's leave that controversy about the bear in the Chinese zoo behind, and let's see if we can get Mugsy from Paws in the City adopted. If you're interested in Mugsy or any of the wonderful animals available for adoption through Paws in the City, go to their website, pawsinthecity.org. And here now to tell us a little more about Mugsy is, of course, Kaylin from Paws in the City. That was an abrupt bumper end. And Since we're on camera, Mugsy, I'm going to need you to actually mug for the camera a little bit, okay?
Oh.
I don't know if we'll be able to get him to actually look into the camera very well. It might be difficult to see, but he's definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that as an insult, Trey. I meant it because he is blind. You can actually.
The dog's right there, and he's not deaf. You're hurting his feelings.
I was definitely kind of snapping to get him to point that direction, and he got mad and nudged my elbow like, "No, bring your hand back here."
Oh.
So he is 8 years old, so he knows how to boss people around a little bit. So Mugsy's 8 years old. He is blind. You might be able to see a little bit in the camera. So he's got like the whited out eyes. So it's not just making up a story to get him adopted and surprised he actually can see. He's actually blind.
But you can see how happy he is.
Yeah.
And
that's everybody's met him.
For a second there, I wasn't sure he was actually blind because he was looking right into my eyes.
Yeah.
And now I realized he was just looking into my soul.
He's got the perfect gig. He's right up against her boobs, and everyone's loving on him.
That's just a puppy spot. It just happens. It's animal magnetism is what we'll call it.
Okay.
No, dogs love boobs.
They do.
Everyone loves boobs. Boobs and ABBA.
There you go. That's.
I thought we established Raj was not an ABBA fan in the last episode.
Yeah, we're going to work on that.
That's going to be
the more important part is that Trey is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the name of Trey's autobiography. It's just boobs and ABBA.
Boobs and booze.
Mugsy's cool. Like he looks like he should be voiced over by Christopher Lloyd.
Ooh, that's actually really good. I can not only see it, but I can hear it.
Yeah.
And now I'm disappointed because I thought you were going to say, and I can do it.
No. If Raj had said that he looks like Christopher Walken should be voicing him, Raj can do.
That I can do, but he looks more of a Lloyd than a Walken.
Yeah, he's got a little more. He's got more of a frenetic look about him.
Yeah, he does. He looks like a mad scientist.
He's got the doc look going on.
He doesn't look like he would tell a story about a watch.
No, but he does look like he would. He does look like he would build a time machine out of a DeLorean. Right? That's what he does look like that. Aw, that's
he definitely does. He's super sweet. He is just like really loving. I walked in the door and, I think he could obviously smell my dogs on me, but it was like, okay, you're a dog person. And he came and he sat in my lap and just collapsed, like started rolling to get his belly rubbed. And he hasn't had his halo on here. He navigated it pretty well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's got to be something about this dog because my dogs never come into the room when I'm recording, and both of them are on the bed.
So you're saying your dogs know that you're cheating on them visually?
I think they know there's a super cool dog that I'm talking to, and they want to see
It's got to be weird for them to think that because dogs do get jealous. I've seen it. I've seen it many, many times. And it makes sense that dogs would also because, they can perceive things very well. So what they're doing is they're watching you emotionally cheat on them through the internet with another dog.
Well, but I've given them their own actors that should have their voices. So I think they were trying to see which actor I gave to Mugsy here. And they're like, okay, cool. Now they're both asleep. So they're like, all right, cool.
Oh, okay. He's
not just using the same actor for every dog.
Okay, that's good. So real quick, what are your dog's actors' portrayal?
So I have two. So the youngest is Sweet Boy Sam, and he's Ving Rhames.
Okay. Okay.
Not like Pulp Fiction Ving Rhames, not like Arby's. We got to meet Ving Rhames.
Okay, that's good to know.
And then Hugh Grant does Reese's.
That's good to have a British accent thrown in. It offers credibility to the role. I'm just wondering. So we got Mugsy here, who would be voiced by Christopher Lloyd. I'm wondering what Trey's dog Daisy, who would voice Daisy?
Phyllis Diller.
Phyllis Diller.
Carol Channing.
About 4-pack a day. on that 3-pound Chihuahua.
Yeah, I don't know. My toothless dog just saw in a denture commercial. That is a really old reference.
But still a solid one. So is there anything else you can tell us, Kaylin, about Mugsy or any of the other dogs available for adoption through Paws in the City?
We've got a great set of dogs right now. I know last time we also talked about Pugsley. I got to meet him in person. Oh, hello. we got to meet him in person when we did the Paws in the City event at Holy Grail in Plano, and he was super chill as well. So, don't forget we're going to start introducing some more dogs here soon. But because we got such great feedback showing the photos at the live event for Mugsy, we wanted to make sure that you could actually get a little piece of his personality since we're on YouTube now.
Oh, he's great.
And it seems like his personality is just to hang out with Kaylin.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
he's
And
definitely
can you
been a bit
blame
of a
him?
Velcro dog since I've gotten here.
Yeah.
Well, good deal. So if you have any interest in fostering or adopting Mugsy or any of the wonderful dogs at Paws in the City, just go to the website, pawsinthecity.org.
Yeah, she does not come with the dog, guys. I'm just saying. That's just a disclaimer. She doesn't go. Just because you adopt Mugsy doesn't mean you get her as well. We have to put that
Yeah, so it's the same rule as before.
out. We've had this rule before.
Well, no, actually, if I'm actually being honest, in the past, you probably would have gotten Mark Verma and the dog.
Or just Mark.
That's how we got Mark. Be sure to check out pawsinthecity.org. Thank you, Mugsy, and thank you, Caleb, and thank you, Dana the foster, for bringing Mugsy over. Raj, Trey, thank you guys. We'll see you next time in the Treehouse. For the next time, we have a dog in the Treehouse.
All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bugs, he doesn't like that I'm not petting him constantly.
3 hands on it.
The good boy.